Welcome to the deep dive. Today is Mother's Day, and we wanted to focus on something really, really important.
Mhm.
That's the often unseen role mothers play when their kids have asthma.
Absolutely. This is kind of our tribute from us at Asthma Friend to these amazing women. We often call them the real breath givers.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. We're drawing on some personal stories and a tribute piece Asthma Friend put out.
Right. It really highlights just the everyday strength involved.
It does. So our mission today really is to unpack and appreciate just how much impact these mothers have.
The impact on their children's well-being day in, day out.
Exactly. It's a story of, dedication, quiet resilience, and just love.
Yeah.
If you've known a child with asthma, maybe think about their support system. What comes to mind first for you?
That's a good starting point for this. One thing that jumps out immediately is how mothers basically become instant asthma experts.
Okay, yeah, let's dig into that. The sources really emphasize how quickly they absorb so much complex stuff.
hmm It's a steep learning curve.
Like suddenly needing to understand peak flow meters, that little device,
Right. What the numbers mean, how to use it properly,
and rattling off medication names, knowing exactly what each one does.
and triggers. Becoming super aware of potential triggers in the environment, things others might not notice.
Yeah, things most of us wouldn't even think about.
And it's not just that they learn it, but how fast and effectively they do, often under, a lot of pressure.
It's driven by that need to protect, right? To give the best care possible.
Exactly. It's that parental instinct kicking in, I suppose.
It really is. That moment where you just have to learn something new for your child. Okay, so they learn all this. Then what? They become these guardians, especially at night, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
The sources paint a vivid picture of mothers staying awake during those scary flare-ups.
You can almost see it, can't you? Sitting beside the bed.
The sound of the nebulizer in the quiet room.
Yeah, and that phrase, "It's okay, I'm here." Just those simple words.
So powerful. Offering that safety, that reassurance when things feel really scary for the child.
It's the core of comfort, isn't it? And we have to talk about the toll that takes on the mother.
Definitely. The lack of sleep, the constant low-level worry.
Night after night, it's this quiet, unseen dedication.
hmm And that vigilance, it doesn't stop there. It spills over into um, advocacy, unseen advocacy.
Right. They become these champions for their kids everywhere.
Yeah, and it's way beyond just talking to doctors, although that's part of it.
It's explaining things patiently to relatives who might not quite get how serious asthma can be.
Or guiding neighbors, about avoiding strong perfumes or sprays.
And working with teachers, making sure the school environment is safe.
Exactly. Constant communication, constant explanation. It really shows how vital clear communication is for any health challenge.
And that proactive approach definitely extends into the home itself, creating that safe haven.
Making all those adjustments to cut down on triggers,
Little things, maybe, but they add up.
like choosing fragrance-free everything.
Or washing curtains and bedding more often than you'd think to deal with dust mites.
Even changing how they cook, avoiding potential food triggers.
Yeah, those small, everyday actions.
Our sources call them silent acts of love.
That's perfect. Just consistent effort behind the scenes making a huge difference.
And often without any big fanfare or acknowledgement.
Which leads to another crucial aspect, the emotional support. Countering that isolation asthma can sometimes bring.
That's so important. Because it can be isolating for a child, right?
Yeah, missing out on activities, feeling different.
Or having to leave a party early because of symptoms. It can make kids feel left out.
And that's where the mother's role is just vital.
Reminding them that asthma isn't who they are.
Exactly. That their spirit, their inner self, isn't limited, even if their breathing sometimes is.
It's about fostering that resilience, that belief in themselves beyond the condition.
Keeping hope alive, maintaining a sense of normalcy.
There's a really moving personal story in the Asthma Friend tribute that captures all this.
Oh, the founder's experience growing up in India.
Yes, it really brings these points home.
Tell us a bit more. What specific things did their mother do?
Well, the founder remembers their mother sitting right there during nebulizer treatments, always having the inhaler ready.
Just that constant presence.
Yeah, and adapting the cooking, like we mentioned, explaining asthma patiently to others who didn't understand.
So advocacy again.
Right. But the main things that came through were that unwavering support and this incredible calm she projected, even when things were, probably quite scary.
That calm must have been so reassuring for a child.
Absolutely. And the founder talks about how that support still resonates, even now in adulthood. It shows the lasting power of it all.
Wow. Okay, so with it being Mother's Day and as part of Asthma Friend, we really want to just directly say thank you.
Yes, a huge thank you to all the mothers out there dealing with childhood asthma,
The tribute piece sums it up so well, hitting those points we've discussed.
like learning everything from scratch,
Holding it together during stressful hospital visits.
making those daily sacrifices, big and small.
And framing asthma not as this awful burden, but as a challenge that love can help manage.
Yeah, there's a line in there. Your strength is quiet but powerful. Your love is life-giving. Your efforts matter more than words can say.
That really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it?
It really does. And maybe it encourages us this Mother's Day to look beyond the usual flowers and chocolates,
And see these acts of care for what they are sometimes literally life-saving.
recognizing that resilience.
Because, like the tribute says, you are the reason we can keep going, keep dreaming, and keep breathing.
hmm And honestly, that deep appreciation is why Asthma Friend started in the first place.
As a tribute to these mothers and their crucial role.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, the main takeaway is pretty clear, I think.
Yeah. The huge, often invisible contributions mothers make to the well-being of kids with asthma.
It's constant care, fierce advocacy.
And a love that genuinely helps children breathe easier, literally and figuratively.
So it leaves us, and you, with a thought to mull over.
Think about those countless acts of care, that resilience, that often fly under the radar when people support loved ones with chronic conditions.
How can we get better at noticing and expressing gratitude for the breath givers in our own lives?
It's definitely something worth reflecting on today.